Sounded like the Wayans brothers just now.
We're singing, we're happy, we're singing, and we're colored. Give me a high five. All right, cut. That's it. What's your guys' like? Is there a theme song, like an intro song to a show that you're like, you will never forget the lyrics?
Wait, what is that? Wait, what is it?
It's a rare condition.
I knew it was Family Matters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Beat drop.
I feel
You
like I
already
can pull
know.
Moesha at like any given moment.
Yeah. Every single time I watch Living Single and the song starts, Trey's like, sing, mommy. Every single time.
That is a good one. Living
single. Ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl.
Keep your head up, boy. Keep your head up. That's right. Every single time, it's like, sing, mommy.
Without fail. That is hilarious. That Trey's like, do it.
Perform for me.
We have our own little performances in the house. Y'all don't do that?
I mean, I don't have a kid watching me, but yes.
Oh, okay.
No one in my house is asking for it.
Oh,
Right,
I mean, maybe it's you step your game.
Not you being like, I woke up like this.
Yeah, I mean, we performing over here. Okay.
That's not shocking, considering your karaoke track record.
Yes.
I mean, listen,
tracks.
I'm just trying to get my son to, get in his performance bag. We'll see what happens tomorrow at church.
Praying for you, Trey. Praying for you, Trey.
Right.
You got this now.
He's going to do great.
I thought he got his performance back for his Thanksgiving show.
He did. It was so funny because he spotted me, and I knew the moment he spotted me,
it was going to be over.
like, well, I could just see it in his eyes, like, oh, that's my mom. He'd be like, and I'm like, man, sir, people can see you. Like,
other people can see you.
sing the song.
He don't care.
You know,
He's more for audience.
He's
of
also
one.
like, I don't know these words. So y'all told me to sing one song. I learned that one song. This group song was not in there.
Wow.
But I'm going to give you this good show anyway.
He did. It was so cute. I'll show you guys a whole video.
Yes, please.
It was really cute.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Hey, it's Saya.
I'm Carol.
It's Tiffany.
It's Nicole, and this is what keeps us together.
Basically the group chat in your head.
Living rent free.
Welcome back.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Let us know that you're watching so that we can shout you out.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. And leave a review on all the places that you listen to podcasts,
Right.
so we can, gauge how we're doing, and you can tell other followers, let them know how you like us, so they know that they want to listen too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Should we do engagement? Shout out one of our
A comment.
comments. Sure. Yeah.
Should we do a... Not you answering your own question.
I mean,
Sure. Yeah, we should. Sounds good.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, we need to let the people know that we see their comments out there. We appreciate them. Yeah, you see me, we see you. Let's see. So we've got one.
Didn't Mark tell us we were going to hell?
He did. Straight.
You want us to pull that one out?
Straight to hell.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's how you want it.
Pot.
Okay.
Kettle.
Yes. So, yeah. A fellow listener is saying, y'all going to hell, LOL, after we dropped our, every time our church family tells us they're gonna catch up on our podcast.
I mean, I love y'all for listening, but man, is it terrifying.
Very terrifying.
Like, it's not terrifying.
Where you coming in?
Be your genuine, authentic self, and that's what you're gonna get all hours of the day.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is what they're gonna get. I just didn't know if they knew that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that if they still
but they know
perceive us
now.
the same afterwards.
Who
You're right,
cares?
because they keep listening. So
Right.
it must be, hey y'all, at
Hey,
this point.
love you
Welcome
guys.
back.
Can't wait to see you,
Yeah. See you on Sunday.
or in the cyber sanctuary.
Yeah.
Wherever you
Not
want.
see you online.
I see your name coming through, girl.
I'll see you in the comments. Terrible.
So
All
this week's episode is not sponsored by, but it should be. We're gonna throw it back to Lamarca, Prosecco.
Spin the block.
Spin the block.
We still waiting on you.
We did email y'all back. If you just want to check your spam folder, maybe it was spam. I don't know.
You're
But
drunk.
they love you.
We do love you, and it's our end of the year review. So we're gonna. I don't know if this is gonna be a cheers or drowning our sorrows. It could literally go either way. So this is a great beverage for either.
It's a great beverage for either.
Whatever time you're on.
I only
This
think
is
of seeing two
okay.
conditions day and night.
This is why they didn't email us back. They're like, we don't want to be affiliated.
This is actually pretty ghetto. Don't want to do this. Not our demographic.
Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh God.
All right. So, as Carol mentioned, we're doing our end of the year pod, which means we're gonna pull some songs for the song of the week that were either what's our personal song for the year, the one that got us going all year. Who wants to start?
I guess I can start. I had two. One because my year was terrible. So the song that I spent a lot of time listening to is No More Bad News by Reaction Band. I feel like that was my song last time too.
Mm-hmm.
Also all the songs that by Reaction Band that are a part of it too. So I'm Leaving by Riley Lanes, Plenty More by Kiana Lede, and Shoot It Up by Tiana Taylor are all the songs that make up that version of the Go-Go song. So that was mine. And I also listened to a lot of Tim's this year.
Okay.
So Free Mind was also like another song that I was
that's
bumping
good.
all year
I like that
too.
one.
I feel like when I thought of like song of the year, the first song that came to my mind was On My Mama. On My
She's
Hood.
had such a good
She's had
year, and I love that for her.
A great year. And so it's not just like the song, because the
Who is
song
this?
Victoria
Monet.
Okay.
The song is amazing. All the choreography for the video was amazing. But add to that, like Victoria Monet is like getting a lot of shine as being a new artist, but she's been in the industry for a very, very long time. Well, I won't say very, very long time, but she's been in the industry for some years and is finally starting to get her flowers. And I feel like even just like the embodiment of that prolonged effort is really like what hits home also. Like I love seeing her finally get her like wins and shine now that she has put out this project, because the Jaguar album is amazing.
So good.
I've been seeing so much content about her tour this year. So just like everything around that song is also like part of what makes me think about this year.
Yeah, it's also like that misconception of like people being like an overnight sensation.
For
if
sure.
you weren't necessarily familiar with her before, thinking that like, oh, like she's having like a great breakout year. It's like, no, like I've been hustling here for a very long time. So I'm excited for her, and knowing that she got nominated for 7 Grammys.
7, yeah.
Very excited.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very excited
I
for
never
her.
listened. I guess I'm gonna have to.
No, her
listen.
album is great.
It's so good. No skips.
I was so mad that I missed when she came to DC.
Yeah, the only thing that's sad is it's a short album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
I don't know that I have one in particular that I was listening to all year, or that is my personal song for the year. I think I was all over the place, to be honest. Notable mentions, I guess, would be. I don't have a song. I'm not going to say that I do.
What about the Janelle Monáe album? Nothing from there?
Nope, never listened to it.
Oh.
So
You're missing out.
I know, but nope, didn't. So fair.
Didn't miss it.
Nope, didn't miss it because I didn't listen to it. So
God, dog. Nope.
nope, didn't do nothing for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Couldn't have done anything because you didn't listen to it.
Exactly. And there is that. No, honestly, yeah, I don't think that I have.
You're not even gonna try?
one. No.
All right.
This is unheard of.
It is. I'm very shocked. You're like, F it, I'm not doing it.
No, it's not. It's
Get
not
somebody
that.
else to do it.
Like I just was trying to think if I honestly I don't listen to music like that. I was realizing the other day like I listen to a lot of books, a lot of podcasts.
What
and
podcast was your top this year?
Probably the reason.
Besides art.
What Keeps Us Together was the right answer.
I mean, I listen to that every week, or every time we record. So yes, but if you're asking me what is the one that I listen to all the time, that is the read. Yes,
Not Sai being like, oh,
Not y'all niggas.
that's a clip. Definitely a clip.
Well, glad we made your top.
I was trying not to be vain.
What the Sam? There was
Vanity is not my like. Can I be a little humble? Can I give a little bit?
It
Like,
should have been one podcast
seems
and one
uninterested.
podcast only. Right. Crazy.
Answer.
All right, Nicole.
All
Want to
right.
bring us back?
Yeah.
no, I had to take that back. Here's the thing. I forgot about them, and they're
Still not us.
They're touring.
Yeah, still not us.
Again, here's the thing. I'm doubling down on what I said. And they're touring right now.
They
y'all
are.
going?
No, I want to.
I
I,
want to
saw
do
that
it.
their tickets
Okay.
are not that expensive either. We should.
I think we
Yeah,
saw
we
that.
should do.
Patrick and I went at the beginning of the year.
Here's the thing. Kev on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
I
here's
did
the
see
thing.
that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
We went to see The Thing Is. Okay.
Yeah, that's a different part.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I'm conflating the words that are
Yeah.
kind of similar
Uh-huh.
motifs. All
You
right.
should definitely go though.
Yes.
Like, they're like $60 for that
I'm down.
podcast. So we should go.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I would say my year in review, I don't know if there's really a song for it. But the song that I've been listening to the most would probably be I See You by Coco Brown.
Oh,
okay.
The way you said it messed me up.
That was like Fantasia?
Yeah.
When I see.
No,
I
not
See
like.
You.
No, wait. Is it? No, it's not When I See You.
It's Jones.
Oh, you
I was
said
like,
Coco Brown.
Jones.
I was like,
Sorry.
who's Coco Brown?
I was like,
do I not know another artist? Good God.
I know a song, but I don't know
I was
who
like,
sings
something's
the
off,
song.
but I can't
so
tell.
no disrespect.
It was the way you said I See You and Coco Brown.
I See You by Coco Jones.
Sounds like a Foxy Brown.
Well, it's probably where my mom was going.
60s.
But just to bring it full circle and be true to myself, I think the one song that I've probably been leading on the most is My Soul's Been Anchored in the Lord, but like not these remakes, not no mass choir didn't sing it about 5-10 years ago. I'm saying like the original, like Walter Hawkins.
I think sing it.
Negro spirit.
Sing that version.
No. You can go listen
Come
to
on,
it on
Nicole.
YouTube.
Wow,
music.
we're just taking L's across the board.
Okay, so I'll sing it. You know the song. You gotta fast and pray, stay in your narrow way. You gotta keep your life clean every day. You know this. Of course, my soul's anchored in the Lord.
Oh, when he comes back,
Yep.
I come too far.
And I never turn back. Go. Oh wait, that's two different songs.
It is. That's how it's like. When you start singing, I'm just like,
That's not even. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been listening to both of them because
clearly you don't have a song.
I don't.
See?
But no, my soul's anchored in the Lord.
And
And God
my
is.
soul. It's storage is empty. What's your song?
Now I'm trying to think of the chorus because that's something in my
Wow.
mind. But
Yeah, you
between
really been
those
listening
two,
to it all year, huh?
Look,
Heavy rotation.
those those two and one other one because like this year's been a little cray. So you know,
I feel you, sis.
yeah.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna jump right into it. If everyone's
Please.
done. Okay.
Mhm.
So last year, our year in review, we last year, right? End of 2022.
Yeah.
Before coming in 23.
Yeah.
We did a year in review and we all picked words that we wanted to kind of like focus on, right? For 23.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Just when you turn to go look at Saya, you're no longer in the mic.
okay. And so we did, I'm going to read everyone's word that you guys said, and then we're going to reflect to see if maybe maybe not why, but like if it still rings true for you.
Oh. Or have you
changed.
have you been in that word?
Yeah,
throughout the
throughout the year.
Okay.
Okay, so Saya's word was renewing of my heart. Tiff's word was alignment.
Of course, Saya's word was a phrase.
Right. Not a word.
It's the face. It's the face.
If you know me, you know.
Right. My word was clarity, and Nicole's word was consistency.
Yeah.
So back to what I said. The first question is, does that word still hold true to your year?
Phrase.
It depends on what.
Or phrase,
It depends
if
on
you're
how you
Saya.
look at it. I've been consistent with caring for my family.
What are you not?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that the
consistent
consistency
with
you
your
meant?
life.
Maybe consistency, and I think I would like to see consistency in other areas. So I would say I can still hold on to that.
You're gonna keep that word?
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that word just
Okay.
because I want to be consistent in a multitude of areas.
Can you
but
turn it into? Do you want to turn it into a phrase so that it expounds on?
Consistency in what area? Should we hold you
See?
accountable? Are we gonna hold you accountable?
no.
Just as the one accountability partner that would be like, yo, that's cute, but I'm not gonna be a part of that.
It's cute
Right.
for y'all. I'm not doing it though.
I'm gonna be in the accountability group, but you ain't gotta hold me accountable to nothing.
No.
I can help you though.
I can. I'm very helpful. I just
Do you not want to share?
what about
Guys, I feel like you need to.
Elaborate.
I think you need to. No, you don't have to elaborate. But I feel like you need to tell us where you want to be consistent. We're not going to be good friends if we're not going to hold you accountable.
That's what she don't want.
shut your mouth. Nobody asked you.
Do you want us to come back to
you?
you?
Yeah, come back to me, please.
I'm not going to forget.
I know you won't.
Okay.
Mhm.
Tiff, alignment.
For me, I feel like I've been seeing like motifs of that throughout the year. That's like everything's telling me to like get back on track in terms of like stuff with our business and stuff with like trying to grow our business and leaning back into it because we haven't been able to since we moved into our house. But We slowly are. Like I think like last weekend, pastor sermon, like I literally got like the first jolt of a new idea for swim and that's happened in like the last, I don't know, like year and a half. So like that's exciting. I feel like it's like, it's really me just like deciding. What's happening is like I'm getting scared that with this new job and like all of it's not new anymore, but like with the amount of responsibility that I have and like how much time I have to spend working, I don't have as much free time as I did to work on the business. And so like it's hard to know whether or not to lean back in because I don't know if I can consistently lean back in. And so that's kind of what's been the point of friction for me. But I'm just trying to like release that like concern and just do what I can when I can.
Yeah.
And like when I have the energy to and when I have like the mindset to, instead of worrying about like if I can maintain that, just like starting that momentum I think will help me continue that momentum.
Sometimes you just have to start.
Yeah. So like all that to say, like in terms of like leaning into alignment, I feel like I didn't do as much action as I intended to this year, but I have had a lot of like centering mentally, which is honestly huge. Like probably 80% of the battle.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
I like that. Saya, your phrase, renewing of my heart. Is that still?
Yeah. And no,
I'm glad to see excitement again from you.
No, it was it didn't dawn on me until we started doing this how much that had happened. Really probably within the last couple of months. But we've had side conversations about me dealing with insecurities, worthiness, all of those type of things. And for me, what the past couple of months have done for the most part has I don't know if it's renew, may not be the word, but definitely recognizing within my own self that everything that I am, everything that I'm created to be is worthy. And that to me is a way of renewing my heart, right? Like I think I didn't really.
That was a bar.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks.
You're worthy.
Thank you. But yeah, it was just as we put it out on the outline, I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what has happened, right? And I think a lot of times with these things we're like, oh, you have to be really focused on it and you really have to like, make it your mantra every day. I don't know, sip tea and sit outside and think on the word, or the phrase, but it honestly happened without all of that. I think setting that intention that last year was nice to have, but to watch it unfold without me having to have put in nearly the amount of work I thought I was going to have to has been a blessing. So yes, I have seen it.
Good. So my word was clarity. And yes, that was still the whole, for me, 2023 was trying to figure out the direction I was going to go in personally. I had no idea what I was going to do with my marriage. And then things happened where I decided to end it. And so finally having like an answer, regardless of it being like very painful, very hard to deal with, I was happy to not be in a space where I didn't know what was happening. So yeah, I look at my word like, Jesus Christ, like you asked, I asked for it, I received. Right. So yeah, my word definitely still held true for the year for sure. And I hope to leave that word in 2023. It is clear. Now we need to do something else. Yeah, right. We can do something else, Lord. So yeah, we are clear, Jesus. Let's do something else.
So sliding that into our next thing, what's your new words? And that's clearly not going to be it for 2024.
It's going to be stagnation. Peace.
Not stagnation.
It's going to be low-key. It's going to be in these streets. It's going to be tell your daddy to pull up on me. It's going to Just kidding. I don't know. I don't have anything positive right now. Come back to me. We got to go back to Nicole. Okay. I didn't forget. What are you going to be for? So this leads in.
It does lead in. So I would say maybe consistency might not be the right word anymore.
Okay.
I think that maybe purpose should be, just because I have always struggled to like, what am I supposed to be doing with myself?
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Man, I'm not. I can't stand y'all. Like, I love my people.
Let it out.
Which is why I'm so introverted. Like, y'all probably don't see that sometimes, but the people who are in. And there's lots of people that wish they were. You know?
Not shade.
Not you shedding through your tears. F y'all.
But there's a reason for that. I'm just a guarded individual. God is working on that. And I've always struggled, like, what am I supposed to be doing in the world? So caretaking is always my first thing. It's like being concerned about everybody else and how do I care for them. So I think what my word would and should be is how I care for me.
Yes. I love that for you.
I wish we could edit this part out.
Look at phrase. No.
No. It will not be the first time that tears happen.
No.
It won't.
Or the last.
I just feel like I'm always the one starting it. But anyway, so I would say care for me. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that my circle is so tight that those who are around me care for me. I just don't care for me the way I should.
Yeah.
And it's important that you do that. So I think that's what mine would be.
No, I love this for you. Because I feel like so often we're just like, are you good? Are you taking care of you? Like, you take care of people all the time. Like, you're important. You need to take care of, like, fill your own cup. Yeah. So, like, to hear you just preemptively say that about yourself is like I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
And I hope that you, like, really, really delve into that in 2024.
Fully. Yeah.
I know we joke a lot about you not being present in the group chat, but, like, if it means that you're going to be, taking care of yourself, then we'll let it slide.
As long as I make it to the Beyonce movie, right?
Oh yeah, that's non-negotiable.
No. Whatever.
Non-negotiable.
Take care of yourself, but not on that day.
Yeah. Before or after. Okay.
No, the Beyonce thing is her taking care of herself.
Self-care. Absolutely.
Yes.
You're right.
Okay, so Tiff, do you want to go next for?
Sure. I feel like this is like my capitalism is winning on me, unfortunately. I really feel like execution is what my word is for next year. I feel like this year I really was like, I don't want to achieve anything else. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to kind of like sit in, like soak up all the change that was 2022. And it didn't bode well. I don't know who I am without a goal. I feel like that was my purpose of this year, was to be like, who are you when you're not trying to achieve something? And I still don't know. And fuck that hoe. I'm trying to achieve some shit next year.
Some upper echelon shit. That is what it sounds like.
I want to be aspiring towards some shit. And even if I'm like missing that goal, like still coming in under it. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be like really trying to get back after it and be my old ambitious self in 2024. I've got a lot of ideas. I've got a lot of things that I want to do, but it's just time to like, for me to like buckle down, find the time and execute. So that's where I'm at.
Love that. Okay, I think I have an actual word now.
Yay.
I'm going to say for me, it's going to be to be fearless. I think I spent a lot of time like being scared to make moves until like a move was like,
last resort.
It was like, you need to, like, you no longer can sit in this like gray area. Like, it needs to be black and white. So now I just want to make decisions that I know I need to make and not be scared to make them. Even if it means I don't know what's going to happen. I might fail at it. It might be terrible, whatever it is. I just want to move forward and be fearless with whatever decisions that I make.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah, might be homeless, but I don't know. We'll go see.
Girl, bye. As long as we all have homes, you will never.
Right. My parents always said I can always come back home. So I feel like I'll never be homeless. But living in my parents' basement doesn't sound like where I want to be. But
I mean, hey,
maybe one of y'all's basements, but
I got a couch for you, girl.
There's room.
I got a baby. I gotta chill out. Sai, do you have a real phrase? It's not gonna be a word. We already know that about you.
No, actually, I do think I have a word. Honestly, a word.
I mean, that's what they call it. I was about to say, that's what they call it. It's a word.
A word.
Not a sermonette.
No, it's not a sermonette. Invaluable. I think my word for next year is going to be invaluable. I think I've told you guys before, my value system isn't what everybody else's is. And what I'm noticing with that is that I struggle with Part of it we talked about earlier was like worthiness, but not only that, I struggle with being able to maintain my values when others are trying to tell you they're not valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I recognize this as being a valuable thing, but the rest of the world will tell you got to put money behind it. You know, your vocation needs to make you some type of money, or your calling needs to be something that they're aligned with. And I think my year for 2024 is, regardless of whether or not I'm doing something along my calling or if I'm doing something completely different, the things that I bring to the table are invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
And remembering that throughout 2024, I think that's gonna be my word.
I like that. I love this for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Okay.
That's what a renewed heart will do.
Okay. Come on. Come on, heartstrings.
Okay, so we're going to go into the summary part of 2023. So how did you begin this year and how do you want to end it? Which I think you guys kind of touched on a little bit, but...
I'll go. How I began this year was thinking that I was about to smooth sail. And that is not what happened.
So sorry, friend.
It is. I mean, life happens. But I think it's important for people to see life happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's so often like, it's like you think you hit a stride and you think you've gotten what you think you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then shit just kind of hits you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Life be life.
It does. Just to kind of share a little bit, like just bought a house, had our first set of holidays in the house, and then springtime comes, graduation season, and then my mom had complications from a surgery that she's still healing from. And it's been like, 6 months or more that we've been fighting with doctors, nurses, and everybody else in between. And I only say that because I think it's important to also acknowledge you have to advocate for your people.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, especially like my mom is not one where she doesn't verbalize. I mean, I'm grateful that she can verbalize her wants and needs, but when you have people telling you about someone that you spend the most time with and you know what their norms are, how they are, just as an individual and what's different with them. And they're like, oh, well, this is to be expected. I'm like, nah. So I'm grateful that I have, like I said, I'm grateful that I have a really good support system because don't know how I would have made it. Most importantly, without God, I think that's probably why my songs was all the way they were, because they kind of run together eventually. But my year in review has been a major shift. I got let go from my job. And while that was like relieving a little bit, because I've always talked about being stagnant at that job. So giving me but it gave me an opportunity to spend time taking care of what I need to take care of, taking care of my mom, spend time with her. It even gave me an opportunity to spend really good time with one of my friends that passed away this year. Jesus.
Yeah.
And that still hurts.
It's been a hard year.
It definitely has been a very difficult year. But I think it goes to show you that even when you think you're on an upswing, that something can come. I mean, it's like one of those things where I think Pastor says all the time, like, leave room for God's edits. And I know that he's preparing me for greater. I know that. I feel that. I just know that we have to get through whatever this is. So I know they joke about me being quiet, but it's like I kind of regress when I am working through things. And I'm very grateful that y'all allow me space. My family allows me space to just kind of be who I am in my best introverted life. Some people don't get it. Some people are like, let's talk about it. Let's be around each other. And I'm like,
immediately no.
Like, immediately no. Like, just leave me be. But yeah, this year has been tough, man. Yeah. It's been really tough. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I know something's coming.
Well, how are you going to end it, girl?
sure.
How I'm going to end it?
But how are you going to end it?
How I'm ending it is obviously working on me. Grateful for those who I've surrounded myself by. Being very choosy about anybody that comes. That, you know, I'm guarded, but in a good way. Like not, and I want to push people away, but I'm cautious of who's going to protect my heart the same way I would protect it.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm ending it. Just grateful.
I love that for you. That you can always see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I probably would have been in a corner somewhere in the fetal position. So I commend you.
Facts.
Anyone? Tiff,
Love you.
Saya, will it go?
Yes, love you.
Oh yeah, love you too.
I think I started off this year. This year I started off kind of knowing that I wanted to take the year by the horns and kind of just run it my own way. Did not happen in any way, shape, or form. But what it did allow me to observe throughout the year was how much, to Nicole's point, you know, like you can plan, do whatever you try to do or work with other people, and you just don't have full control over that. But what I am grateful for that allowing me to see is by the time the waves crashed in, I was at a place where I was okay with not being that in control. And don't get me wrong, it's been tumultuous as far as like not having that control. But what I have recognized within my own self in that the seeds I planted years ago are kind of coming to fruition. And like I said before, my word is invaluable for the reason that the work and the seeds that I planted before have been growing in ways that I did not expect. And because I was able to put that work in before where other people did not value it, I'm seeing the results start to happen now. And not only that, but it's also my word for last year being renewing of heart. It's also allowed me the opportunity to be changed, right? Like I was open to that change because I was beating my head against the wall trying to do it my way. And when you have other people involved in scenarios, it doesn't always work out your way. But it does work out for your good, thank God. So I want to end this year on that note, knowing that I'm still loved, still worthy, that change of direction and if things maybe not feeling that they were going my way have their own roots, have their own system, have their own planet, if you will, of cultivating somewhere else. And so I'm just going to move my water elsewhere. And I've been doing that, and I want to just continue to end the year that way as well.
Amen. Spiffy Tiff?
Oh, I thought you were going to go.
Oh, I mean, I can go if you want me to.
Sure.
Okay. So I started my year married. I'm ending my year single.
Okay.
Hashtag the end. Just kidding.
Just about to be like, well, let's wrap it up.
No, yeah, you need to leave. But yeah, I feel like I started the year just like being very unsure of myself, of my life, the direction my life was going in, like what I was going to do. Just trying to leave room for, I don't know, grace to happen or a change to happen, a shift to happen. And unfortunately, it shifted in a way that I wasn't necessarily prepared. I guess I was prepared for, but didn't necessarily want to pull the trigger on.
Sure.
But I'm so thankful that throughout this time, I've encountered so many women that have been in a similar situation to me that have given me a positive reinforcement that like, this is not the end of your life. Like this is the end of a chapter in your book. This is not the end of your book. And that there's so many greater things that are going to be ahead. And I think for a long time I was stuck in, I'm about to be a single mom. Like I'm 36 and I'm going to be divorced. Like how are people going to perceive me? Like what is that going to look like? How am I ever going to be partnered again? But all these women just be like giving me so much encouragement or even just like feeling value in being an individual and not having to be tied to someone else that gave me a lot of strength that I didn't necessarily know I needed in this year. So I don't think I've ever felt this comfortable in my own skin in a very, very long time. So I feel very good about that. I'm very excited for the year to come. I'm so excited for how me and Trey are going to transition and what our little family is going to look like moving forward. I'm very thankful for a very positive co-parenting situation, and there not being contention there. And my son's life has been disrupted very little. So I'm really, really excited for what's next. And while it is scary as hell. I have no idea what's coming forward. But like in the past, that would have like crippled me. And now it's like, oh, it's exciting. Like there's so many possibilities in front of me, and I have nothing to hold me back but me. So that
was a bar.
Yeah.
That like that knowing that I don't have nothing holding me back, no limits. Like that is like, I don't know. It's really exciting. And I feel like I haven't felt this much excitement for my life in a long time. So I'm excited for 24. I cried a lot in 23, and Lord, if you're watching this podcast, if you can chill out.
If you're watching this podcast.
It'd be great if we can, do something else.
Yeah. I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. So let's, we up.
That's fair. I feel like, just to echo off that, I feel like I'm watching you step into your power too. And it's been really fun to watch, because I know that hasn't been like the motif as you've been trying to like figure this out, but it's becoming very apparent that like your lens on the situation has changed. And that is very, whatever the opposite of disheartening is. Heartening? That's not a word, but you get it.
I do. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys for like helping me through this and not being, pushing me in one way or the other, but just being supportive of whatever decision I needed to make. So like, I'm really thankful for you guys too.
Of course.
We love you.
Love you.
You wanted to say something?
No, I was just going to say, I think to kind of echo off what you said, just it's not normal. Well, let me not say it's not normal. It's not a usual situation where we see that you're comfortable with the uncertainty. So I really love that for you, because I mean, I don't think anybody is faced with a moment of certainty, truly. I think everybody operates in that. And just like seeing you relaxed in embracing just what is to come with you being such a planner. So that's excited.
Yeah, I'm shocked, honestly.
Look at
Wow.
you.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Honestly. Growing.
Wow. Wow.
Lord.
Oh, man.
It's on you, Tiff.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I kind of felt like I kind of went into it when I initially said my word, but I feel like closing out this year is like, I don't know. I guess it's cathartic. I guess it's like really realizing that like what you plan for and what happens sometimes dovetail. They're not the same, like, but like you can still make a way at any time. So like, I think that is empowering, but I think that going into this next year, like really wanting to step into the uncertainty of it all and stop like trying to figure out the end before I take the first step. I feel like that has been like a folly that I've been making, is like I've really been trying to like, okay, I'll take this first step, but first let me think about what A to Z looks like. Let me figure out what this pathway is, what pre-work I need to do before I can take that first step. And really like, I just need to, again, that momentum, maybe that should be the word instead of execution, is just like building my momentum. Like it's like really just like taking that first step, taking the second step, and then continuing along the path and dealing with what comes instead of trying to like see what's coming before it arrives.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I could be planning for stuff that I will never see. You know what I mean? So I think that that's kind of what I want to lean into in this next year, is just like really beginning that kinetic energy and just stepping into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm giggling at kinetic energy.
All
right. Jeez,
Let's move on to the next question.
Why we're snickering so hard?
educated a woman here.
Goodbye. Let's start
I'm going to second to Tiff still being a thesaurus. And that's knowing the words after she says them instead of having to Google them. That's what I want to step into. Okay, so I'm going to start on the side of the room since we always start with Nicole. Give her time to think. Saya, what accomplishments are you proud of this year?
Man, I guess the TOEFL one is going to have to be that initial sermon.
I know that's right.
Oof, child.
I know that's right.
Never would have made. No, sorry. Yeah, I think that, and being okay to ask for help. Y'all have helped me do that. But Pastor put it perfectly when he said, you know, he called it pride. I don't call it pride, but maybe that's because I'm prideful. But he was like, you got to put your pride down and you have to be able to be open to other people helping. My village has stepped up in ways I could have never imagined. And not because I think I was concerned about, I don't want to like burden anybody with my stuff or, you know, make anyone feel any type of way. But the thing that all of y'all have helped me remember is that we all are in need of help in different ways and different times. And it's not a burden to acknowledge that you need the help, but also be okay with receiving it. And I don't think, as I mentioned before, I was struggling with worthiness. So even in that, that's all wrapped into that as well. But I'm grateful to have seen that when I did need to ask and had to ask, that y'all have made that ask lighter, right? Like, and it for me, it was just unlearning, right? Unlearning that that's not something that you have to stay in the state of like, I'll figure it out or eventually it'll work itself out. Sometimes you just have to ask and being okay with needing other people, I think is probably one of the hugest compliments of my year this year.
Yeah. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to ask you guys different questions.
Okay.
So you have less time
like
to prepare.
it.
Okay.
I like it.
But I also want to say,
who gets to ask you the unhinged question?
I'm Oprah, not you.
It's more like silence, not Oprah. But okay.
I mean, you can pick a question if you want.
I'm going to start calling you Ike. Sorry, go ahead.
Wow.
God, dog.
Jesus Christ.
That escalated.
I did so quick. Okay.
Were you going to say something before you were going to ask the question? You were.
Even in terms of like unlearning and asking for help, I think it's such like a Black woman in general thing. Like not feeling like asking for help is like being a burden.
Yeah.
And how someone told us that it was. And now it's like, it's indoctrinated or ingrained in us to like feel that way.
Yes.
Which is no good. Okay. Okay. Tiffany. Or should I call you, dang, what's your name?
Tina Turner?
Tina Turner.
Okay.
Not that I'm beating you, but okay, moving on. What character trait did you rely on or practice the most this year?
What character trait?
Yeah.
This is messy. A character trait that I relied on the most. Do I have to be proud of it or like what is it?
It's your world, sis.
Okay. The first thing that comes to mind is being introverted in like social situations. And I hate that for me. I feel like I'm trying to change that. So that's probably why it comes up first. I feel like even like when we went to that event at the Line and we're like introducing ourselves to the people that like had the podcast and other people that were there, just sharing with them about our own podcast. Like I was like, wow, like I can do this. Like I can be
thank
social
God for you because
and talk about
we wouldn't have been social if it wasn't for
what
you.
we're achieving and doing. But sometimes it feels like a really big like hurdle to get over for me. I feel like I'm fine in conversations. It's beginning conversations that feels like very like insurmountable.
Yeah.
And then I have to remember that like once I begin it, like other people want to converse too. They want to meet other people. They want to hear what you have to say and they want to play off of that. So like once I get like the voice of like fear gets like out of my head and then I can like lean into like remembering those aspects, it becomes easier. So I've been trying to like take opportunities like at work, like little like happy hours, little like moments where I can like meet people that I don't already know and talk to that often where I'm like honing that skill. So I will say that that's something that I'm trying to change and lean into to kind of like get over myself when it comes to like talking about like what I have going on. Cause I acknowledge that I do cool shit, but I don't want to like talk to other people and be like, look at this cool shit I did. Yeah. And that's what like I'm trying to bridge the gap between. Like there is a way to like do it that's not like, you know, like gloating or like bloviating. That's why I fear it comes off as. But like really I just like kind of want to share like I think that there might be other people that are interested in things that I'm doing, not because I'm doing them. You know what I mean? So like that's what the kind of divide that I try to find when I'm talking about those things. So
yeah, it is also cool because sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Go ahead. Okay. I got it. I'm gonna hold it.
No, I was just gonna say I think it was even that conversation that we had with we met so many women that night that like we could connect with to do other things, or like I need a therapist and I met 3 or a psychiatrist that night that like have practices that in Maryland. So it's just like you never know what you're gonna get out of just by starting a conversation.
That part. And I think to add to that, there were a lot of people who were like, oh, I've been looking for more Black women podcasts.
Yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes like I forget that there's like the side too where when I don't communicate like what I'm doing, I forfeit people from finding what they've also been looking for that is unbeknownst to me. Yeah. So trying to like think more in that lens than the lens that I do think in, I guess. Sorry, we're going to say something.
I was going to say, it's amazing to me that you think that is the thing you're trying to work on, when I would think the word for you this year was going to be, or trait was going to be boldness, because you were telling us that you also have a Pilates group with Amazon, and I think there are a couple other things, and I was like, dang, she's okay. Well,
she has friends.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
You know, I'm trying to like lean into them. So like, they're not like, they're acquaintances. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like so like quick to be like, oh, friends.
Yeah, well, I mean,
of course. But like,
Obviously.
I feel like even with them, like I haven't told them about like RG and Sport or like stuff like that. So it's kind of just like trying to find ways to like
Pilates
sometimes. So like it just is, you know, trying to find like that comfort and like where that middle ground is. And I'm, you know, reading a Brene Brown book about vulnerability because I'm trying to like find where that line is for me.
Okay.
And like what feels authentic versus what feels like oversharing, or what feels like, you know, underselling myself. Just like I am asking myself those questions. And that is something that I've been working on this year. But like I want to like kind of crescendo that. In 2024.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, Nicole. I'm going to go back actually because I want you to talk about, we have heard about how heavy this year was for you. So I want you to talk about something you're proud of that happened this year.
Something I'm proud of. Besides adulting things like paying my mortgage on time.
I mean, that's something to be proud of.
That's an accomplishment.
Ooh,
you know?
It's amazing how much that is an accomplishment.
Hello? I would say just an awareness. I am proud of awareness for me to even get to this point where I recognize that I don't take care of myself. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Other people do. I just don't, you know. Other people help me, which I'm grateful for. So I would say that is one thing that I'm proud of, is that I have leaned into help a little bit more this year than I have ever before. Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, who's got a question for Carol?
I do.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Take that, Oprah.
How did you take care of yourself this year, emotionally, mentally, or physically, or all?
Ooh, how did I take care of myself? I let my like health kind of take the back seat for the past year and a half, 2 years. And so this year I was really focused on getting back into that. So I joined the gym. I was taking like, even like my eating habits have been better, making sure I make that a priority for myself. Even like as things have changed, like making sure that I make sure that I'm working out a certain amount of time, days a week, and making sure I'm like making good like food decisions, and even like having to change my relationship with food. I think we talked about this in the previous pods, like how when I'm distraught and sad and stressed, dessert me, alcohol me, all the unhealthy things, give them all to me. So now to be like, you don't have to, that's not how you have to cope anymore. Like you can do other things. If I'm stressed, I can go for a walk. I can go to a boxing class. I can do something else. And so, I mean, don't come for me. I'm still eating my desserts and I'm obviously still drinking. Just not doing them as often.
Okay.
As I was doing before.
That's good.
Moderation.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I need to go to an AA meeting or anything. I'm just saying, I just making better decisions.
Okay.
So that's how I took care of myself. I focused on my health, and I hope to do that, continue to do that in the future.
Oh, good.
Yes. Okay. So I think we're going to go into like the intention part of the conversation.
You ready?
So we're going to start with Tiffany. What has God been teaching you?
Trust. I feel like that is like so clearly like the first thing. Like,
Why are you giggling?
Because I have like 8 different like things that are running into my mind that like all lead into the same word. So like my brain is trying to figure out where to begin the conversation. Sorry. I just feel like that has been like an overarching and recurring like thing all year where he has just been like pushed like just girl, like stop worrying about how. Just do what I'm asking you to do. Oh God. Thanks.
We do this to ourselves every year, huh?
I thought I was going to get through without it.
I did too. I was like, wow, she's bold.
I feel like it's been the hardest thing to do also is because like, I know that like, especially like, even if we just keep it on like talking about the business, like we've invested so much stuff, so much time, so many resources. So like, it feels like really scary to like right now, like lean into it again because there are so many unknowns and like so many things that I still haven't mastered. But like that is really what's happening. Like he is just continuously being like, I wish you would just shut up. Just stop. Do what I'm asking you to do. And then it wouldn't be like, you wouldn't have to feel this like level of like anxiety or stress about it. You would be like less concerned. Just like, don't worry about the how. Just like start doing what I'm telling you to do and you will see it materialize and you won't have to, you'll know that how is me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't have to worry about like the other aspects of the how because it doesn't matter. Like when we've all seen it, like when God is in it, like
come on.
We ask that about other people, like, oh, how are they doing this? Always because XYZ, but like really that's not how, right?
It's the Lord.
So like, anyways, yeah, that's my
talk about it.
That's it.
Okay. Nicholas.
Present.
What would it look like for you to grow more in the area that you're setting your attention to? I know it's self-care. So what does that look like for you?
What does that look like for me? Turning off the noise.
What noise is there? You already are not on social media. What noise is left?
What?
You didn't respond to the group chat, so
you're right. I'm like the people who, well, the noise that's on the inside of my head, not even from
the little voices.
Social media.
That's fair.
It's the little voices in your head that tell you can't do it,
And
or
that's
it's too hard, or you're not worthy. Like turning all of that off and just setting time aside to breathe and just be releasing people's opinions and reactions to whatever you are doing that's helping you get to where you're supposed to get to. Like, I feel like growth, people don't realize growth is a journey. It's an ongoing journey. It doesn't just start and end with, from 35 to 36. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't start from 23 to 24. It is an ongoing journey that you are constantly working towards. My dad always says, like, I'll say something and he like, just keep on living. And the more you live, the more you grow, because the things that you experience in your 20s don't feel the same in your 30s.
Yeah.
And I imagine that they won't feel the same in your 40s, 50s, or going forward from there. So just turning off the noise on the inside of my head so that I can keep moving along the journey to self-care, because it's not going to just happen overnight.
Yeah. I love this for you. I'm so excited for you. I feel like I'll go tingling goosebumps for you. I'm really excited for like what that's going to look like.
Okay, Carol. All right.
Wow.
So
thank you, Saya. Thank you. Because I was about to, yes.
Oh, you thought you were safe?
Right. You ain't safe. You ain't safe.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
I guess, you know what? I'm gonna double back on this one question you asked Tiff. What has God been teaching you? And also, how can you lean into that lesson more?
I think for me, it's similar to Tiff's answer. It's just like, you have to let go of the life that you had planned. I had my life
that's a word
planned out, and having this like very abrupt disruption from that was very difficult for me, because like I was about to like planning to have another child. Like things were like moving in a direction that I thought was like my natural next step. And then God was like, absolutely not. We gonna slow this back down. And so for me now it's just like, and also my friends were also planning on having children. So it's just like, I'm planning to have a child, like actively planning to have a child. My friends are talking about actively planning to have children. So I'm like, oh, this is exciting. Like we're all gonna like, our pregnancy pact is finally coming together. This is what I've been living for. We're finally gonna do this. And now I'm like, my friends are still planning and I'm not, you know what I mean? And at first that was like a really hard blow for me. Cause I'm like, oh, like I still desire this, but I need to regroup. And so I think that probably at one point would have crushed me and would have like ended, like it really would have like taken me down. But now I'm like, God, I don't know what you have planned. Another baby could still be in my future, but it also could not be. But I'm okay with like whatever that looks like. And me and God have been beefing a lot for the past 2 years. And so I guess we need to like reconcile together so we can figure out what we're doing next.
Because
now what we're doing
yeah,
next.
like we need to figure some things out because we've really been beefing and he's been doing a lot. And so I think for me, he's trying to tell me like, okay, like you need to let me back in. And so I think I even told y'all like, I don't know, he about to be a nigga on the street, honestly, because I don't even know what you're doing. But it's giving ghetto. So I think this year I'm really going to be like, okay, we can reconcile. I'm assuming you're not going to be as toxic as you have been. And we're going to do this together. So 2024, we're going to rebuild. We're going to therapy. We're going to talk. We're going to get it together. And we're going to...
That's the tangent.
Get back.
What's happening in your therapy sessions with God?
I don't know, because right now we're not talking.
It's giving, am I the drama?
It's giving, you are Jesus.
I'm envisioning Carol and Jesus on opposite sides of a couch with their arms folded, facing away from each other.
Yeah.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah, because all y'all can get the smoke, honestly. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing in 24 is, getting back into my God bag. As long as he's acting right. That's where I'm going to take it.
I want to be like, know your boundaries, queen, but it's God. So then I don't know what to say.
Listen, God is my nigga, and I don't care if y'all don't like it. That's how I talk to him, and this is how we communicate. Like I said, we've been beefing.
If you like it, I think is probably the better question.
He ain't complaining yet, she said.
Currently, it's not about him.
Well, apparently they beefing, so he might not like it.
Right. No, we gonna get it together in 2024.
Just come on one accord.
Yeah, we're gonna get on one accord. All right. Saya.
Do we have like organ music?
In what areas of your life do you feel momentum building?
Ooh, I love this question for you.
That's why I'm Oprah.
Need your glasses. All right. I think love.
Oh, love.
And
then you. No.
It's easy cause you feel.
Thank you.
No, but I don't mean it. I do mean it, but I mean it in all facets, right? I think about the relationship I have with God and it growing in love because I'm seeing a different side of Him, right? I'm now on a different path. I was on a different path before, but it's now everybody else knows. Me, Jesus, and everybody else.
Now y'all are public. Yes. Y'all are IG official.
We are IG official.
Yeah.
Not the hard launch.
Yeah. So that's a different level of love, right? I just think that's, him seeing me in a different way, one in which he's already known about, but for me, getting an opportunity to see him in a different way. Loving on my family and my friends in a new way. I have recognized how valuable you guys were for me years ago, but I think to love on you in a new aspect, in a new way, because I'm able to love on myself in a different way. I vividly remember Rachel and I having a conversation, and I struggled with being able to be in a space of loving on somebody really where they were. But having had the year that I've had, but also having increased my circle of love has allowed me to be able to branch out in a different way and be able to see myself whole in that way, but also see others whole in that way. So I think, for me, that's where that area of, I don't even remember what the question is anymore, but I think
so you feel momentum building.
Yeah, I feel like that's in order to love fully, you have to be able to love the full person. And I think that starts with yourself. Mm-hmm. So I think love for me is growing, but not only that, for others, right? I've been able to see others in a new light because I've been able to love on myself and love on God in a new way. And I think that that's just where it's just going to keep growing.
Mm-hmm. I like this. Mm-hmm. Does anyone have any, before we kind of move on to other segments, do you guys have any other thoughts about the year or 2024? Anything for the pod? Do you guys have any not predictions, but hopes that you have for this podcast specifically?
I do. I feel like we are in the thick of it right now.
Into the thick of it?
Really on the, right on the part of that roller coaster right before you start going up. It's you're getting ready for it. That's kind of where I feel like we are. I feel like we're in a really good groove, and I feel like we're in a really good headspace collectively. Mm-hmm. And have started seeing a little bit more about what this can be, and where we want it to go. And I feel like that's kind of what was missing in the last, the upper echelon and the hopes are, right? Oh, this is the pinnacle of what it could be. And you're seeing the top 5 podcasts, but I feel like we have a better view of what we sincerely want it to be for us in our friendship and our relationship. And in terms of our audience, what we want them to get out of us. And I think that is really powerful. I think that is really great. I'm glad to know that we can be 3 years into this thing and not sick of each other.
That part.
Also, I feel like that's a big part. Being friends and being friends in business and in relationship are not the same. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that we've been able to maintain who we are as friends throughout all of this.
Yeah. And that kind of reminds me of even we just saw that B. Simone and her. I'm really sorry, sis, I don't know your name. And I don't mean that in any disrespect, but how they just ended their, seemingly maybe paused their podcast, maybe ended it because they're no longer friends. And I would say right now, this podcast can end forever before I ever stop being friends with you guys. It's just not worth it to me. Yeah. Granted, they might be making money, so maybe that's why it's different for them.
It's going to be really, really hard for me to perceive that if I didn't fuck with y'all anymore, that the bag would be important to me.
Yeah, I can't. There's no amount of money that I would pick over
especially
y'all.
Because our friendship is what created the core of. I don't have a number. Really low number.
Just kidding.
Especially because our friendship is the core of why we began this. Yeah. And part of what I love now, this is dumb. If we don't make $1 off this podcast, I will be coming back to this YouTube page when I'm 80 and being
that part.
And watching this shit.
See this.
You know, look at me.
I said, even rewatching our first episode, I was cracking up, and it's I know you guys, clearly,
right?
You know what I mean? And even it was still so funny. Man, no one can find this funny. It's gonna be funny to me for the rest of my life.
Listen to it. I don't get it. That's fine. It's funny to me.
Don't care.
It's fine.
It's not for you to understand.
You don't appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
To Tiff's point, what I think that analogy about the roller coaster made me think is what we've been doing is really solidifying our relationship before. So it makes me think of winding up a rubber band, right? And you're just building up the momentum so that the power will be where it needs to be when it takes off.
Kinetic energy.
So, see, I don't know those words, but yeah, kinetic energy. She said
visual depiction.
Right. She gives the word, I give the visuals. It works. It works. All that to be said, anything that we do together, I want us to be able to do that, right? To be able to build on a relationship first before it takes off, right? I think that all of us, what we're saying is that, right? We care about this relationship enough to want that to be the main thing. Y'all are just privy to what we have. And we love to let y'all in via this, but if this don't happen no more, we still are going to be working to get this because you don't get this every day, right? And I think that's the thing that I want to. I know we're not into our Affirshades yet, but I definitely want to at least affirm for sure that we do that because I know we've heard people say you don't get this relationship. So if for nothing else, I hope that this podcast is a reminder of that every day.
I like that.
Bars.
Anyone else before we move on?
We just fitting to be celebrities. It's gonna blow up.
I don't want to be a celebrity.
I just want to be rich.
I think I just
wealthy.
Yeah. Wealthy and I don't necessarily want people to like know me out in here in the streets.
Not necessarily.
So what kind of celebrity? What unknown celebrity are
Nicole wants to be able to call a restaurant and then be like, "Oh, okay, you're coming. Okay, we'll have your order in 20 minutes," and her not have to say anything else because they already know what the automatic order is.
Yeah, that's the level.
That's not already true for you.
Next.
I feel like you have your staples. These niggas know who you are.
All I know is we be rolling up in the Chick-fil-A line, be like, "Hey, Nicole,
you want your regular or McDonald's? A large Coke?
No straw, right? No.
Yeah.
Keep your plastic.
All right. Well, one thing we gonna do is tangent.
Okay, today's Tiff's tangent is going to be a little bit different because I don't know if y'all know, but like you guys get the Tiff's tangent largely from just a little note thing that I have. And so like I have some tangents in here that aren't robust enough for a full conversation. So I'm just going to kind of go rapid fire.
Okay. Hold on really quickly.
Are we responding to these?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we're not going to answer her. Because I just want to say, I saw Tiff's tangent develop in real time when we went to go see Beyonce. I forgot to mention that last time. And the way this woman's brain works is like odd.
Beautiful mind. Beautiful mind.
She like, you ever see like That's So Raven when she pauses it? And then she, like,
it zooms in and then
like that is how it happens. And I saw it, I was like, wow, this is how it happens. This is so crazy. Never seen it in real life.
I don't know whether to be proud or embarrassed.
Be proud, sis. Be proud.
It's you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No
right off
pressure.
the top,
No pressure.
how do the grand rising people say good night?
Grand noches.
Go to sleep.
Grand noches.
But see, it's night's not. Like I guess they say morning is like
Rising.
sad. So
Grand.
night, good night. There's nothing bad with night, right?
What's the opposite of rising? Dead.
Falling.
Granddad.
No.
Wow.
No.
Side note,
All right,
these
move
grand
along.
rising niggas on these apps are crazy. Like, don't call me a queen again. Okay?
But
I mean, I like Queen,
I
but
don't. It's annoying.
The grand,
Hey, queen.
When you realize that it's only a certain type of nigga that calls you that, you don't like it
please
as much.
stop. It's annoying.
Okay. Next one. Do you think deaf people find scary movies scary?
Aren't the visuals still scary?
Yeah, but like so much of like what leads into
sound.
something
It's
being
the
scary
sound.
is the sound. It's like it creates the
Yeah,
trepidation.
they definitely jump because I don't like scary movies. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I do
don't
this most of the movie. Anyway,
And you still jump?
No, I still jump. But it does. If I'm gonna get through it, then that's half the battle right there. Is that? So
Or-
I mean, it's not impossible.
They can read the caption suspenseful music.
Does that make it scary, Carol?
I keep on captions on when I watch TV now.
Yeah. Here's why it's scary. They know it's suspenseful timing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next one. Have y'all ever heard of anyone being the recipient of an eye donor?
An eye donor.
except for like on a Netflix movie.
Yeah, that's not gonna count.
The same thing I thought
Like in real life.
Like,
What
that's the only
movie
thing
is
I
it?
could think. There's a movie
movie,
where
yeah.
you get one and it's like they start seeing these like the same visions of the person who owned the eyes in the first place. And I don't know, it was like
terrifying.
trauma or whatever.
No, never heard of her.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Okay.
I mean, I know that they do. I'm almost positive that they do. I don't know how that works per se, as far as like
No.
do you see everything? Or do you like?
You get
No.
the memories.
No, I meant more so like,
No.
did you only get shades Or do you like get full like?
I think you get full vision.
Full vision.
I think that's the point.
Okay, no.
That's cool.
What kind of questions are these?
Once she's had it.
Okay, there's one more.
What's my toxic, not toxic, sorry.
Not Patrick being like, this is me on the
Why is this
daily
Patrick's like,
basis.
this is me on a Thursday on the couch.
Okay, last one. Do animals get headaches?
No.
Yes.
Discuss.
Go.
Why not? You don't think their head hurts? Think of a squirrel and they've got nuts hitting them all day long.
But they're not
You think that's what
getting
happens?
hit by the nuts.
They could be. Or running up and down like trees and stuff and scurrying across the
Well,
floor.
if you think about it, the animal's diet is what ours should have been long ago. We've altered it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think
you
animals
only get a
forget
headache
to drink
because
water
of-
and like get dehydration headaches like we do.
I don't think so.
But what about
because it's
stress?
innately in
Imagine
them.
having to like gather nuts to live.
See, that's
But
what I
that's
said. I think
That is stressful.
Okay, but do we think that squirrels are stressed because of Ice Age, or did we think that they were stressed before we saw that manic
I
ass
don't know.
squirrel?
They're always manic in real life.
I don't think
Or
that they're
ants. Have you
manic.
guys seen ants scurrying? They definitely get headaches.
I don't think they get headaches, but they do scurry.
That's what I'm saying. They're stressed. Imagine
But I
you're
mean, one
going
can
to the
say that
world with
about roaches.
giants all the time.
Oh.
That is stressful.
Okay, what about the male bees when they get kicked out of the
It's not-
hive? They must be stressed.
So stressed. How am I going to live?
Yeah.
You're not.
They're not.
The fact that
You
they
die.
haven't like come together to build a new hive for themselves, like a nigga like hive.
It's like a bro
It's
cave.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
It also is like, wow, you guys accepted death.
But can I just
Men.
say this? I appreciate the whole bee thing because I feel like it goes against the patriarchy.
It does. It definitely does.
It does.
They,
That's
have,
why
Bees are in a
they
league all
build the
their
hive
own.
and then they have to find a queen in
They're like,
order
okay,
to survive.
You can impregnate the queen, but after that, get the fuck out.
But also, y'all
That's
so
kinda
dumb.
crazy.
He's going to be like, all right, well, I guess I die now.
Yeah, like y'all not gonna build like a house
you
for
gonna try?
yourselves, not find all the other bee males that like
Yeah, let's go huddle up together, snuggle, and get
right,
warm.
something.
Crazy.
At least last till next spring.
No.
Okay, that was
Dummies.
the last one for the day. But see,
Jesus.
I mean, listen. If y'all really knew how my brain worked, y'all would be concerned.
No. I
I'm not
mean,
concerned. It's just
it's not that if you were dumb, it'd be more concerning.
yeah.
But because you're so smart, it's not as concerning.
It's like upper echelon.
Yeah, it's
thinking.
like your brain works in a way that like my peon brain doesn't. So this must be
Like,
how
you just
smart
can't
people's
fathom it.
brains. Yeah, like I can't relate. But if you were stupid, I'd be like, someone go check her in somewhere because
Not check her.
Wow.
It's not
somewhere.
normal.
It's a thin line.
Yes.
between love and hate.
bow, bow.
All right, are we ready for Colie's
Colie's
Corner?
Yeah, I mean, I have quite a few to go off of, but it's definitely not going to be on trend
Nervous.
of the conversation. But it's about to
Good.
get ratchet.
We need that, honestly.
So from one of our favorite, groups that we follow, Six Brown Chicks.
Oh God.
It's a
Where do they
Yeah, it's about to get
find
real
these?
ratchet.
it's a messy one. Let me tell you.
When are they not?
Okay, you're right. So let's just get into it. My father-in-law had surgery, and my wife flew to Virginia to care for him. I'm more excited that it's in Virginia because I'm like, now I want to know who it is. But anyway, Virginia's
The
big,
state, right.
So, but her air tags I hid in her luggage. Creep proved she was in Miami.
Ayo, I'm out here in Miami.
Her dad says my wife didn't visit and he didn't have surgery. Lie. My cousin is also in Miami. I told him where she was staying, AirTag,
He already knew.
and asked him to snap a few pics of her at the hotel. He agreed. My cousin's girlfriend told me he's in Miami with my wife. They traveled together. Wife removed the AirTags and neither one of them are responding. Now this is where it gets a mess.
Not where it
Where
gets
it
a
gets
mess.
a
It's
mess.
already been a mess.
No, it's where it gets it. I've slept with my cousin's girlfriend all over his house. No, I'm not even gonna say no protection. Left my seed everywhere, including his toothbrush as payback. But it's not enough. What else should I do?
It's not enough.
First of all, sir, you need to go check in because this is giving like lifetime creep. First of all, I am so grateful that they put those things in AirTags now that like alert your phone that, that because in all seriousness, that's how people are getting after you. You don't own an AirTag and you get a notification on your phone that you're around one, check your belongings, because that's weird. Don't do that. But outside of that, if your wife is cheating on you with your cousin is the takeaway from the story. So then on some get back shit, you went and slept with his girlfriend.
Oh, wait. Was he already sleeping with her? Like prior to them?
No.
Oh, he started as payback.
Yes.
Okay.
But the fact that the girlfriend was willing.
Right.
Wait, but was she in Miami with his cousin's girlfriend?
No, with the cousin. So imagine.
So a guy.
Yep. So his wife and his cousin. So the other girlfriend and him are the outsiders.
Okay.
The husband and the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so you thought that you would just nut up his place, including his toothbrush.
Quite literally.
But the toothbrush?
Like, what are you getting from that? I've heard of people like doing cringy stuff with the toothbrush, but not nutting up on it. Like,
but
also, admitting that you did that and then being like, what else should I do?
We don't have to worry about
that. Wasn't the most.
Right. The question on the table is, what else should I do? Nothing. Sir, you're done.
You've done enough.
You have,
Leave.
stop. Do something else. You actually don't do nothing else. Just
do nothing else.
Block her. Like, just leave.
Like, I feel like,
Lock all doors.
I fully understand being hurt, but to a point where you start doing physicotic shit, like Jones's mama said, physicotic.
You're doing a lot, sir.
You're doing the absolute.
Because nutting on a toothbrush is already it's the peak of any.
Yeah, because who thinks of that?
Anything that you could have done. So like, there's nothing else.
Who thinks of that?
Can I also like not to tangent, but I know people have travel toothbrushes, but like you left your toothbrush at home, bro.
I have several toothbrushes in my bathroom.
I leave my toothbrush at home.
I mean, I do too, but go ahead.
Electric one. So
I mean, so do I. Just it's like one of those things that pop up in your head.
Like, are you not brushing your teeth before you're gone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nasty. Little yuck mouth.
I have a travel toothbrush.
I have a travel toothbrush too, so I don't know why. But anyway, sir, just stop.
Just do something else.
From the auntie panel, just stop.
Just do something else.
Break up with her.
Like, first of all, it's already broken. And obviously, your cousin's situation is broken. And just, y'all, you take time for yourself. That's what you need to do.
Please.
Lying about your dad going into surgery and you caring for him, though, is crazy.
That's one thing I'm really nervous about, like lying about someone's like health.
Yes. That is a line I do not cross. A whole
different state that you're in. Like, that's not even a smart lie.
Well, besides the AirTag, she would have got away with. If it wasn't for them daggone children, she would have got away with it.
I just feel like those are very dumb lies. But I mean, maybe I should just be quiet because then, that's
I probably would have, if I'm going to be a cheater, I probably would have cheated in the state that my dad lives in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so that I can have some cover.
So you can at least stop by and see him.
Yeah,
so like
someone
your daddy or like
because if you ask the dad, like, oh, how was when so and so visited, you're immediately caught.
It's a dad. It's not like a best friend. It's your dad.
I'm not lying on nobody. You might as well just go ahead and be like, it's something for work or it. Like,
so you're not going to be the cover?
No, I'm saying.
That's not what you're saying, but
as the wife, I'm not lying on nobody.
Oh no, I'm saying if someone was like, Saya, you're my cover story.
We've been here, girl. Why do you keep trying to do this?
Why do you keep trying to get her to
Saya
swap?
has told us who she is time and time again.
Yes, she is.
My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
I ain't gonna lie. I did try that once. I told somebody that I was with a friend that I wasn't like, and I told her before she left. I was like, "You're the cover," and she was like, "Okay." And then my mama called her the next day, and she was like, she called me, and I was like, "Oh, she's in the bathroom," and she was like, "Oh, no, I'm at work." Halfa, like
you had
I'm
one
out
job.
here living my life. But anyway,
but you not know what that meant when you told
when
her
I was young
that she was your cover.
Yeah, she knew what it meant.
Oh,
wow.
She knew.
Sometimes it's hard to lie when you're like put on the spot.
It's also scary to lie to parents.
It is.
Because are they safe or not? like what kind of lie is this?
You're thinking.
What are the consequences?
I don't think that was the thought in mind. But.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Well, that's it for my advice for this one. You just need to do like it said, do something
less.
Yeah,
don't do nothing else. Just go sit down somewhere.
Right.
Just leave, change the locks, and just move on with your life.
That's it.
It's not that
That's all.
serious.
You gotta move on with your life.
Nutting on someone's toothbrush is crazy.
It is, and all over the house. It said all over the house.
That's so gross.
It's also disgusting because, ma'am, don't you still live there?
Right.
Like, do you want?
Why are you letting him do
you want
that?
nuts all over your home? Who's cleaning this up?
Okay.
Also, how many times are you just like letting it, like you're just letting him like, so when he's about to bust, you're just like, oh, over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does this happen? Are you just like emptying the condom?
No, he said that there was no protection.
How do I take my headphones off?
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay, let's just.
It's not even contained.
It's
you're
not
just like spritzing all over the place. I don't like this.
All right, that's enough. All right, so if you have any more questions or situations where you would like advice that don't sound like this, please and thank you. Please DM us respectfully, of course.
As respectful as you possibly can be. Lord.
Please. And what keeps us, or email us at wkutogether@gmail.com. Please.
Sometimes I'd be embarrassed, but then I don't.
Clearly, we know. You watch it happen in real time.
All right, it's time for a meme of the week. Okay, so this one comes from Around the Way Curls, and I love this page. I think they're also on podcasts, which I need to tune into their podcast because their page is really funny. So they have a carousel. I'm still gonna read a couple of them because they're very funny to me. So it says, from now on, whenever a guy says to me, I'm a boobs guy or I'm an ass man, I'm gonna reply with, oh yeah, I'm a girth girl myself.
Why see how they respond?
Really?
Now what?
Right. Okay. This is a pussy so good he died. I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Keep your life.
Okay. Y'all be scared.
On top of me.
Feels like the water park one.
Yes. Y'all be scared to double text. Not me. Ding, ding, ding. 'Tis I again. No? Okay.
Do y'all know for real?
Double text. Sometimes I think if I haven't heard from you, like, I don't want to be like thirsty looking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. In marriage? No. Hello? Double question mark?
Right. Did you hear that?
And now a phone call. I know you see me texting me.
Yeah. As a single woman, it's different.
Yeah, for sure. I think I used to be like a little bit shy of the double text, but then, you know, if I got something to say, I got something to say.
Yeah. You gonna get this message. Got carried away and started chewing on her IUD.
Okay.
First of all,
and you're done. You're done.
Yes, you are. Because of what? That is implanted.
Oh my
You can feel
God.
the strings.
No. What? That's how we wanted to close out the year. Wow. Okay. So Affirshade.
It's so on trend.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even know.
Now she said,
Stop it.
You know what's
I didn't even know. Stop it. Do not pile on to this. I didn't even know that this was the place that we could devolve to. Let's move along. Who has Affirshade?
Golly.
I don't know why I feel like I want to hide.
Nicole is crying.
This is what you did.
It's so funny to me. You know what's it's even crazier? A lot of times I'm like, oh, that might be too much. And that's the one that wasn't. And I'm like, oh my God. Y'all should see what I don't share.
Terrified to find out. But send it to the group.
All right, so who's got Affirshade?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Man.
Oh, my Lord.
On my mama.
Oh my
What did I say earlier? Because I said that was part of my episode.
You did.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Man,
So
thought
much
you
has
wrote
happened
it
since
down.
then. So much ratchetness has happened.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Largely you, but yeah.
Mainly the usual. What are you talking about?
Listen,
Right.
I'm about to be, I have nothing holding me back now. Like, y'all about to get real raw.
Oh,
What were we getting before?
right.
Oh,
Reserved
buckle,
me.
Buckle your seatbelts,
That was
ladies
reserved?
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You do
Y'all just wait.
Now she did. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Nervous.
toned it down for y'all.
Terrified.
Oh, Jesus.
Married me, toned it down. Single me?
Oh.
Hide your daddies.
You know
Hide your
that we were
uncles.
friends with single you first, right?
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
Do y'all?
I feel
We do. And I'm just
Oh,
saying,
Lord.
it's okay.
all right.
I feel like I need a nap now. My God.
All right, so who's got affirmations, shadiness, or whatever?
For the end of our
Who
year.
are we? Yeah, let's have an audience first for like what we're affirming, who we're affirming.
Think ourselves.
Yeah, I think we should affirm ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I feel like didn't we do that in the 50th episode?
No, I mean, I think you should affirm yourself.
Oh, like me personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we affirmed
okay,
ourselves
okay,
before,
okay.
but like affirm your like actually affirm yourself.
Okay.
Anybody want to affirm themselves?
Not you. Are these the tears that you shed this episode?
Oh no, I'm just like I'm not like crying.
You laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just fixing my makeup. Tears. None of that. We are done. My Tears don't work.
I love that for you, but also.
Okay. I'll start. So I affirm for myself for the rest, for this year coming, that I will continue to walk in my peace and trust in God first and foremost, and taking care of me how I need to, whether that be emotionally, mentally, therapy is for everyone, physically, all the different ways that you can take care of yourself, and trusting that my people will support me in that, in every situation.
Amen.
Yep.
I like that. I'm next. Okay. I will affirm for myself that, I just had a thought and I lost it. But I think I will affirm that to act more than I think, which for me is a tall order. But I think
Not Patrick laughing.
I feel like the year that I feel like we did our best in the business is like when I was like, if you're thinking about it, you have time to do it. And I kind of want to get back into that mindset of like, where I'm taking steps rather than being like, well, I don't really have time to even if I don't have time to fully complete a task, I can start it. So like kind of shifting my mindset around that, but also just like trying to release the needing to know the outcome before I begin. Because I feel like I also talked on this podcast about like how like largely like leading up into this point in my life, I feel like I had like an idea for like what I wanted and like how I wanted to transpire. And like this like next phase feels just like so like gray. Like I don't have a lot of like specific like goals or things that I want to do or like what I want it to look like. It just feels like a really blank canvas and it's starting to take shape about like what it can and should look like.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, I feel like I was accidentally intentional about that. Like I didn't think a lot about like what life would look like after I was married because I didn't know who I was going to marry. Right. So like I didn't know what that would look like for us.
Yeah.
And so like having a year to kind of like build on what we want that to look like for us as a unit has been like really good and difficult. But I feel like we're ready to start kind of like filling out that like painting, so to speak, or whatever, book, pages, whatever euphemism you want to use. So that's what I'm like looking forward to this year. I think that that's what I'm affirming for myself is that like knowing that like in order to take the next step, I don't have to have the last step.
That's a bar.
That is good. So I guess I'm just going to share, I guess, with you guys what my affirmations have been for me since getting divorced and like what I have sticky notes on my mirror.
Yes.
That I just read every day. And it's just like, you are worthy, you are worth loving, you are worth committing to, you are not damaged goods. My son deserves a happy mom, not a married mom. That my life is not ending. My chapter ended. My book is still going on. And so, and these are things I've been reading to myself for a very long time. So, I guess I'm just sharing it outwardly that I haven't. So I'm excited for this year. I'm very, very excited for what's to come. It could be a shit show. I don't know. But it's going to be a fun one. Yeah, we gonna slide. It's gonna be a really good time. I know my baby is going to be happy and he's loved and he has so much support. And as long as he's good, I'm good. And so I'm really going to be focused on making sure that me as an individual is good. So that me as a mom is good. And that if maybe God blesses me with a partner, that me as a partner will be good. So I'm really just focused on me as a whole person and really catering to her. So
love that for you.
Come on, me, myself, and I.
All I got in the end. But I don't have just me. I have you guys. I have my family. And I'm very happy to have my village.
Me too.
Yes. I'm glad to be part of the village.
Right, I was about to say, I'm
Yeah.
happy y'all let us be a part of your village because I know it's not easy for you.
Yeah.
We love
Thanks
you.
for letting us in.
Of course.
We love y'all.
I think I'm going to affirm for myself 2024 is that in me. Point blank, period. Whatever it is I'm looking for, it's in me. If I can't find it, my village has it, or somebody around me has it. It's available. I want to also affirm for myself that though I cannot control the results, I can control who I am in it, right? I think so many times the rest of the world will pour into our heads about whatever things are supposed to look like, or how you're supposed to get them, or the way in which you're supposed to work things out. So for me, I want to just affirm that, one, it's fully within me. Two, that it may not look like you want it to look like. We've all spoke about that before, I think. I think the biggest lesson here that I'm learning is that God, he be guiding whether or not we have our ducks in a row or we don't have our ducks in a row. But the thing that I continually fall back to, and I'm going to affirm for myself in 2024, is that it's within me. So even if I hit a result that is not what I aimed for, whatever is necessary to get to either what I aim for or whatever else he has for me, it's within me. So that's what I'm just going to affirm for myself and for y'all. I think that a lot of times we are constantly bombarded with the facts that we feel like we need to do this in order for this to happen, or we have to get here before this happens. And we can't control these results. The only thing we can do is control, and even not even control, but try to do the best we can with what we got, where we're at. And whatever we need, I promise it's either it's within you or it's just within the circle that you've created for yourself.
Right.
So I just want to affirm that for us, and I guess for our listeners as well, because a lot of times the world will make you think you ain't got it, or you got to have a certain thing before you can get to X, Y, and Z. And I'm unlearning that for this year, for sure.
Love that for you and for us. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. See you guys in 2024.
Yeah.
Well, not y'all, but y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah. See y'all in 2024.
We'll probably be dropping in February of 2024.
Yeah. And if
The
you
next
see us
time.
outside, know we deserve it and buy us a drink.
Thanks.
Maybe buy Saya
Or at least just say hi.
a sparkling water.
We would love
That's
to
fine.
talk to y'all and love to hear how you receive the content. So let us know.
Yeah. And we want to do events. Like we've been like dancing around, like maybe doing a live podcast. We just went to one here at the line. So maybe we can do one here. We would love for you guys to come out. I don't know what else we could do, but like I think we want to build a community.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we feel like y'all are a community, so let us in.
Y'all people.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, looking forward to engaging more
With all
in
of y'all.
person in 2024.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Claiming it.
All right.
See y'all next year.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.